What's up, everybody? This is Itinerant slash Todd and the Robe. I'm doing a real quick Beccas Commands live play. And my last comment on a live play I had was, this is hard to watch, and commented on my terrible tactics. So I apologize in advance. I also thank all the people who've subscribed to me in the last few weeks. I need to start getting those names written down so I can thank you in person, but thank you. And then my previous video, I thanked all those people who've been commenting on the Beccas Commands. So this is a live play. For Beccas Commands, my last thing for Beccas Commands, because I don't know, just I'll keep doing live plays, but Beccas is healing up at home, and that's awesome. Surgery went well, and so hopeful that it is taken care of. All right, so this is Blitzkrieg Commander IV, and now that I've all been talking, let me go invite some people to watch, and let me do this. It's a linked guest. I don't want to do that. I want to. Oh, I know what I need to do. I forgot to do something here, everybody, so pardon me. So I'm going to do this in two parts, and I'll probably repeat this. And subscriptions. Been getting a lot of good comments lately. It's been awesome. And how come I'm not seeing my videos? Your videos. Okay, here we go. Man, I gotta change this. I think I say this every time I do this, but I'm gonna hear a little echo here. So we got a viewer. Just let me know who you are. It's awesome. And let's share this. We'll share it on Facebook. A couple of sites here. And Command V. There we go. Last time I shared this, I shared the actual StreamYard link, and then people were able to jump on, and I was like, whoops. It's fine, but I mean, everybody was able to jump on here. Had no, like, you kind of want to vet who gets on just because you don't know who's going on. So the other one I want to share this with is Rocky's Room. All right, everybody. Sorry for the delay here. I thought I was ready for this. Okay, that's done. Just a few minutes here. They're getting dinner ready and all that, so I'll probably be. I'll have to kind of come on. John Rollins. Oh, I love Blitzkrieg Commander. I'm in the UK. Hey, John. Hope you're staying well. Social. Physical distancing, as my wife was saying, we should start calling it. She didn't come up with that, but anyway, a little physical distancing. I hope things are well. See, a couple other people have jumped on. I got 3 people, so I'm just going to do a quick live play here, and then after dinner and all that, I may try to come down and do a little bit more a little bit later. I've been trying to get to this all weekend, and I'm trying to add a lot of stuff here that I've not done in the past, like airstrikes. As much games that I played, I've done very little scheduled artillery, various little airstrikes. And things like that. So I'm trying to do a little bit more of that. Oh, I guess I should ask John, since you've commented, can you hear me? And do you have a channel? If so, say yes, and let's make sure people subscribe to that channel. So, and all right, so this is basically Americans attacking Germans. Let's say it's airborne, attacking in the market garden. And they've already landed. It's maybe near, I don't know, like I'm not going to be able to think of towns and stuff quickly. So basically the Americans are trying to take this hill so that it opens up club route or whatever for, going up into Arnhem. So the Americans are coming on this way, and the Germans are set up on this third of the table. The Germans basically have 4, and so this is a Blitzkrieg Commander, so they're platoons. So 4 platoons of infantry there in this house here. Oh yeah, shoot, the Germans were allowed, let me think about this a minute. Germans are, I could have held some Germans in reserve. An ambush. I really should do that. So the Americans are going to do that with. I'm going to try something. I won't do it for the, shoot. I probably should for the Germans. Well, I'm not going to worry about it since I've already going. I want to go ahead and get this going. So the Germans have a sniper, 4 platoons, 3 machine guns, MG42s or whatever, Pack 40 and Stug. I put the Pack 40 and Stug on this hill. This is the hill that the Americans are trying to take, so I should probably move one of these things over there. But again, just trying to experiment with some stuff. I'm trying to learn the rules better, so that's a little bit of what this is about. Nothing's in this house because the Germans deployed here. The German plan is to get these guys rushed up here and then hold this hill and then maybe fall back. Oh, there's a mortar here too. No artillery. Americans have 9 platoons of airborne, a tank of 76 and a 75. We'll say it's from the, from the 30 Corps supporting them, advanced 30 Corps. They have some artillery. They have an airstrike capability, again, trying to add that in. They have a mortar, 2 machine guns. So I'm holding off some things here. I'm holding off, I have to use mobile deployment for one. I'm also going to try to use some guys for reserve and ambush. And those reserve and ambush are up here. No, these are reserve and ambush. And then I've got these guys doing flank deployment. So the flank deployment is going to be in the middle. It's kind of weird. We'll get into that in just a minute. All right, so next thing I want to do is it's 8 turns. So it's platoons. I'm just going to use the centimeter measurements for now because when you convert it over to inches, it's too far. So this is my first time really playing a game in 15 mil with Blitzkrieg Commander as platoons. They're using mobile deployment, so there's some rolling to do there. And mobile deployment is basically just, you pick an edge and you do a move. You have to make your command roll. There are some modifiers based on how slow they move, and they're just walking on. So they don't have a lot of transport or any. But the first thing I want to do is look at the quick reference sheet, and it's the scheduled phase. So I have scheduled artillery and air support. I'm a little unclear on scheduled. So this is not for you to learn the rules. So, and John, if you're on, version 4, you want to pipe in and help me out, I am way open to that. Oh, and I have reconnaissance. I do have reconnaissance. So everyone's concealed, not hidden, but just either, I can't see them. So I will use my recce for that. So actually, recce, I can communicate, act as an observer, pathfind, spot concealed, initiate fire. Okay, so I got a recce. I got to figure out kind of how to use that. So during the initiative phase, I'm going to roll to see how much my recce can move later. Yeah, I need to make a recce chart. I'm going to make a note of that. Recce I'm still trying to figure out too. There's just lots of options. Okay, so it looks like I can go till about 5:15 or so local time. I'm central. No, I'm using 15 mil. I've converted, I'm moving away from 6 and moving up to 15 because I can see it, and I can use it for skirmish and stuff as well. So it's a new thing I'm doing. I'm using, so my Americans are not painted. I bought these from a guy, kind of based and primed with a lot of broken barrels. Lesson learned. And not really primed that great. So, and you can't pop them off these bases. So some of my guys are going to be based on Flames of War bases, and some are going to be based on 2s, which you're not going to see in this one, but watch in my previous videos and you can see that. All right, so recce. I need to roll to see how much he's going to move in the turn. So let's roll a d6 to see what my recce is going to move, and it's a 2, so he's going to get 1 move in the command phase. So there's my recce guy. And I'll just put this little marker near him, saying he gets 1 move. See if I can actually remember that. During the command phase. Not really sure why you do it during initiative, but you do, so nothing I can do with him right now. So, nope, I'm not in the initiative phase, I'm in the scheduled phase, so let's see. Scheduled artillery and air. Do I have to schedule that all now? I think I do. I helped proof this, and I still have some concerns and all that here, some things. So, scheduled phase. Oh, got a building there, so it's like a, you know, built up area. You can see over the linear terrain from the hills. You see a little deeper into the crops. We'll say these are crops as well. Okay. Let's see, they can be scheduled to take place on specific turns using assets. Play. So I learned something cool about ambush that I'm going to try. You don't have to use one of your scheduled arty or your scheduled thing until you ambush, which was an interesting concept. I'm going to put that guy with them so I remember. Oh, down to 1 viewer. Jern Win, beautiful table, thank you. Does the 4th edition still have the hits go away at the end of the turn? It's still an option. No, I'm sorry. Does 4th edition still have the hits go away at the end of the turn? Yes, but you do have the option to keep them if you want. I keep them. I've played every game keeping them. I do need to play a game keeping or taking them away to see what it's like. But yeah, 4th edition still has that. But again, it's still a written optional rule in there you can download for free. It took all their optional rules for the most part in downloads, which kept the book a little lighter, which is fine. Then you can download, and they got all kinds of optional rules for like Russia, weather, deployment options, formations, that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I got 2 strikes. So one of my need to deliver. Maybe I just deliver both airs. So maybe I put. Put my other air on, so he's coming on. That's turn. It'll be turn 1, and this will be what my command value is. And then I'll make this dice mark when the next scheduled strike is. So maybe turn like 5, 6. Maybe I should hit that building. 8 turns. And then one of the arties will be there, so I don't know why I have a 3rd one here. So I think I had extra. Okay. All right. Let's try to get going here. I'm going to try to reference the book as little as possible. So, okay, 2 people watching. Thanks everybody for watching. Again, Beccas Commands and support it. Nothing's happening with fundraising or anything. Just supporting Beccas. Paul Beccas. He's got a channel. P Beccas. Check him out. He's got a little reported cancer, which is a bummer, and just trying to help them out. All right, so I got P47 bombs. So let's now look at how we're going to do the scheduled air strike. Okay, so it's scheduled, and I can also call it in at other times too if I want. So I'm not requesting it. Scheduled support will hit the aiming point automatically, and the fire zone is a bomb, so it's a 30-centimeter circle. So I wonder if I should have put that like, so 15 is there. If I put it there, I could hit that. I mean, I should at least put it so I can hit something else in addition to that. I definitely want to hit both those guys. So, and I can hit those guys there. So I would not normally do that in the middle of the game, but I'm learning how this works. So place it there. It's going to hit those two, and all that. Let me see what I need to do with my sniper here. My sniper for the Germans is like a command. But let's see, I want to make sure I use it correctly. I don't want to get him bombed out where he should be. Sniper, sniper, sniper. Sniper, sniper, sniper. During the initiative phase when using mobile deployment. They may be issued orders without distance penalty. So my sniper range is 50. Wow, 50. Let me check out, do some reconnaissance of the board here. Just a second. And putting him in the center of the table makes a lot of sense. I just hate to put him here where he's going to get, but that makes the most sense. And I wonder if I would eventually move him, maybe move him up to the house. So let's put the sniper up here. I'm going to put him in the middle, and then he would move up to the, maybe to the house. And I guess I'll count the house since there's two different things. This will be a built-up area, and this will be a built-up area. And I can fit 2 units in each one, I believe, and I'll put a command unit in one. All right, looks like we got a third viewer jumped in. Let me know. All right, so we're in turn 1, scheduled phase. It's automatically going to hit. I'm going to roll 6 dice against all these guys, and I think it's, let me make sure, it's a lot. You roll a lot of dice when you do this. They have a save of 5 in the trenches, or dugouts. And let's make sure I do this right. Okay. Schedule there. However, I'm doing the directional die. We're going to hit it. All right, blah, blah, blah. Attacker must roll attacks against each unit in the zone. At least half of the base model, if unbased, must be in the zone to be a valid target. So half. So you would make it so that you could get as much of those guys as possible. So again, I would not do this halfway through. So yeah, just put it there. Okay. So every unit is going to do this. So I'm going to roll 6 dice against each target. All right, so what is that considered? What's the what kind of terrain is the field defenses considered? Hard or full, soft or partial. So I'm going to say that's hard, so I'm probably hitting on 6s. And this is what kind of, but then you can also all right, let's make sure we kind of cover this this defense is here. So let's check it out. I struggle a little bit calling a trench hardcover, and that's the same thing that a bunker is. The dugout is underground. The save value of 5. I'm gonna go with 6. So, all right. So we'll start out on the unit. We'll just go from furthest from the camera in. And I'm looking for 6s on them, not 6s on the. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't move that command. No, I'd keep him up there in case someone comes on you can hit, so he'd step on the. All right, so that platoon over there is rolling. 0 hits. The command stand behind them. They're in the open though, so now it's hitting on 4s. That is 4 hits. They save on 6s. Let's make sure that's accurate. Yep. So 0. So they got 4 hits, and that command unit has 6 hits. So these historique markers to mark how many hits they have. They have 4 hits. So normally in Blitzkrieg Commander, at the end of the turn, those would come off at the end. So they, I'm going to say they get auto suppression in this one. So we use these red markers just to add something to the field instead of my little red S markers. So that command unit is suppressed. We'll look at what that means in just a moment. I think these guys can still, I don't know if they can command with that. The sniper. So they got 4 hits. You can't normally target, but if it's bombs, you know, it's. And they save on. Oh wait, does the sniper save? The sniper has no save. Oh, shoot. All right, well the sniper's gone. So I got 4 hits, no save. I guess you'd want to put them in a bunker. Lesson learned: no sniper. So there's one guy down. That's a command. It does not count towards the break point. Not very smart. Okay, machine gun, hitting on 6s. 1 hit, automatically suppressed because of if you get a hit, you're suppressed. With artillery or bombs, it's an optional rule. And now the command unit in the house, 6s. Yeah. And then we're going to say 5s on that. It's not a full house. No hits. And now on the machine gun unit. 2 hits. You get a save if you're in cover. Oh, shoot. The machine gun does get a save. It was 1 hit. Is that right? Shoot, did I roll that save? Let's see. He got 1 hit, so let's see. He does save. Okay, so he doesn't get a hit, but he is suppressed. Let me check that. Let me check the auto suppression rule. Sorry, a little change in plans here, everybody, just a second. Sorry, everybody. I'm just checking. I said I didn't want to refer to the rules very often, but I do want to check the. I do want to check the optional rule for auto suppression. I don't want to. Any unit that takes 2 or more hits during an artillery or airstrike are unlike suppressed units that are already suppressed. So if you take a hit, Eric Elder, hey Eric, how you doing, man? Oh, you need me to look up the rules? Sure, I'll do that next time. I just saw that message. So, all right, so 2 or more hits. Yeah, those guys took 4 hits, so they are definitely auto suppressed. So you take hits. Well, they saved hits, so they didn't take that, so they're not suppressed. Fascinating. Okay, so that didn't work out, and so now I'm going to roll for the machine gun again. So machine gun, sorry everybody. So hitting on 5s. I rolled away worse that time. So there's 1 hit, and what is the save for that? Save, testing for casualties. Saving for 6. Save on 6s. Whoops. So he does not save, but he's not. Oh, and now we check if he's suppressed. He's not suppressed. So not auto suppression. But he does take 1 hit. I'll have to kind of work on that a little bit. So the machine gun's got 1 hit. They only have 4. So that's the targeted airstrike. I'll just keep that airstrike in the same spot for turn 5. I'm just going to go ahead and put that actually in turn 6. Normally you wouldn't tell the person what was going on there, but we'll just say turn 6. See if that reminds me. We'll keep it the same. So that was really kind of ineffective. That auto suppression thing, optional rule changed a little bit. All right, so now it's initiative phase. I already rolled for recon. They're going to get 1 move during the command phase. There's no hitting. There's no shooting any initiative because they're not on. So now it's mobile deployment time. I am going to flank deploy as well. And I feel, well, I want to do it first because it's my command unit, so. And so he's going to deploy in this. Maybe I should use that to mark my. So that'll be the first third. So he's going to deploy. If I'm going to flank deploy in here, so I'm deploying in the center. I'm going to take a -1 because I'm flanking in the center section. And it also says if it's in the section closest to the, well, I guess maybe they'd deploy in like quarters or something. But it's a -3, so it's a 9 to deploy in there. So I'm going to try to deploy them first. I'm going to deploy them into this crops here. So I have to, so let's 12, so the middle is right there. So I put my command unit there. I may not have enough command for the US. The Germans have 1 CO and 1 HQ. Did I put 2 HQs for the US or not? I'm not a fan of artillery. I need to try the auto suppression rule. Oh, again, like taking hits off, like static hits, I've always used auto suppression rule because it's like it never does any good unless you do that. Even now though, they changed it to where you have to score 2 hits, and I gotta work on that. So like use artillery to soften up a hard spot, right? Well. Let's take a look at that real quick. Let's look at the artillery for a second. Again, I'm kind of using this as a way to refamiliarize myself with the rules. I haven't done a lot of hitting or a lot of artillery in air, so they're in harder full cover, so it definitely hits on 6s. Okay, so I have to roll a 6. Well, the save on those is a 5, so that should have been my save value. Well, first of all, rolling 6s, and then you don't suppress unless you get 2 or more hits. So it's just pretty unlikely, even with auto suppression. Auto suppression, I believe, used to be if you hit. It says if. Let me read how that reads again. Eric, I'm looking at the optional rules. Any unit that takes 2 or more hits. Well, okay, takes hits, not saves hits, takes hits. So I don't know. How do you hear that, Eric? Do you hear they take 2 or more hits? So one of my units took. Well, for example, my command took 2 hits. Actually, took 4 hits, and I saved. Well, let's start over. A unit rolls, and I get 2 hits. Now I have to save those hits. So they took 2 hits, but I saved 2 or saved 1. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, to me, I don't know. I really want to make it so it's what the heck is that? Is that a bug? The bugs are invading. All right. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that. Eric, if you look it up, great. Okay, they're gonna flank there. They're gonna deploy flank here. It's gonna be a 3. I have to roll a 6 or less. So this is my command die. So I use a 10-sided die to mark that. So their command value is 9. They're gonna roll -3, and I rolled a 6, so I got it. Awesome. So now my command value goes down 1 to 8. Now I do not believe I need to roll, but now they all get 1 move on. It's all troops. So they're going to move on. One of them's got the bazooka, machine gun, and a platoon. So 2 platoons and a machine gun. So let's check out what people can see into these, my line of sight into these crops. I think it's 20 centimeters because they're at higher range. Otherwise, it's low. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use these markers to tell me when I can see them. So, crop fields, blah, blah, blah. It's 10 centimeters into when their observer's target is average. Okay, well, this doesn't really say. I would think if you're at high ground, to determine line of sight to and from high ground, calculate the cross of terrain. Yeah, this thing does the crest halfway through. They can see into, through, and over a low area. Oh, interesting. It's not even 20 centimeters in. They can see through the whole thing. Holy crap. So really, I want to move here because they can see over this linear terrain and that. That seems excessive there. But I might want to do that instead of going in front here. So if I at least go along this line, they'll at least get cover from the all that. So I'm going to do that. They're going to walk along this road. These guys can't see them there because they're in the crop. So, yep, we're going to do that. We're going to move here on the road. Oh, those are my ambush guys shooting. That's these guys. So I'm sorry, I got my 76 tank. Not that I got confused here. It's my 76 and my troops here. So let's move my troops so they can move 10 centimeters. So bleep bloop right there. I mean, I guess I can move and turn. And I'll move and turn. And these come in right behind them here. But I guess when I would move here, so the guys on high ground can see him. All of these guys can see him. So this machine gun here will go ahead and fire on the first guy walking in. So as he's walking in this way, he's going to fire. Now he gets to fire onto his flank, so that means some stuff. So let's do some shooting from the machine gun. Let's check that range of that machine gun. Can that machine gun even hit? Before I do that, and you can fire here. Machine gun, blah, blah, blah. 60. I don't think so. Nope. Remember, these are platoon level, so it's a little further out, so they are safe to go. But I would definitely go here. So they're just going to go bleep, bleep, bloop, and blop. And then the tank. The tank's going to move. My tank can move what? Oh man, it's about time to go eat dinner. My tank, this is my 76, it moves 20. I don't know if there's any value moving on the road. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think so. So he can basically move to here. So the tank is going to move. And as he's moving here, he's just going to move on the road. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I mean, you could say it's up against the brush there. I mean, it seems like they should get some sort of cover having the brush, but can the Pack 40 hit him or the Stug? But Stug can't. Oh, is Pack 40 restricted arc? Probably is. And I may not be able to fire. I mean, I wouldn't have known where he was coming in from, flank deployment or anything. So there's my 45-degree angle. I'll keep those dice there for that. Where's my observer here? Yeah, I can shoot. Nice. Can my Stug? Oh, my Stug could too. Yikes. All right, well, let's shoot my Pack 40 over there. Hitting on the tank, gonna hit the flank. Oh boy. All right, well, let's see if I have the range. Pack 40, 80. I don't think so. They're way over here. Well, doggone. Nope. The Americans are safe. So the tank moves here. What's my thinking here? I think I'm going to put them in the building and then get that tank to go over there and kind of want to send them rushing around to try to, maybe it's just to protect the guys. Maybe put them here behind the building and start pot shooting those guys. All right, so there's that. What's my furthest guy away? So he is over 20, so it's going to be a -1 on that. So now it's an 8. So it's an 8 to a 7 to command him to basically move. I'm not going to do any firing. I'm just going to keep moving along that wall. And I got a 7. Ooh boy. Okay, so now my command value goes down to 7. And the tank is going to move another. So what does how's that tank treat that linear terrain? Ooh, I don't have to do anything. I can just do it. So he's going to cross over to here. And stay behind that building. And these guys are going to move. So you only move in 10. Slow movement. Okay, further unit from here. So he's still. So now it's a 6 to command. I'm just going to move him over. The move. 5. So they get to go again. So see, this is where. So my command value goes down to 6. These guys will move. No. Oh. Okay, so now they're going to move here. As they move here. Well, actually, now that they're going to do that, they're going to move outside. You can't see past the linear terrain, so now they're going to move out from the linear terrain to here. I'm doing that because I want to keep them from being shot. These guys can't see across linear terrain. Those guys can. So can they hit them 60? Nope. So they're good. This guy's going to move up. Ooh, do I want to maybe just fire? Nope, no one's fired, so I can't see those guys. They're going to move here. I probably should have moved my recce first. I should have, well, I only get one move. I wonder if I should have flank deployed my recce. Well, that's going to take that recce guy forever to get up there. I got to re-look at those recce rules. Let me make a note here. This is the assault scenario, by the way. Recce, already. Okay, Eric used 4 hits and then auto suppression. You take 2 hits, then don't roll suppressions. So, okay, so Eric, are you saying, yeah, after the save roll, however many total hits you took after saves? That makes sense. Okay. So I was thinking, even with saves, you're still getting bombarded with that artillery, but that makes sense. Okay. So they're there. Okay. I might as well keep commanding. The only thing you don't want to keep commanding is a blunder. So, my 40 away. Nope. Nope. 5. Blunder. Blunder, baby. Command blunder. Let's roll 2 dice. Ooh, a 10. Yikes. All units under command take 1 full move directly towards their own table baseline. Something happens, they skedaddle, so we'll go this way. No, let them. No, I'm going to say they don't turn around. These guys all go to the woods. And this guy skedaddles and goes this way. Ooh, crap. He is not getting viewed already. And that's the blunder. And that is that. Yikes. I don't like this whole recon thing, so I would bring him in here this way. So he gets a move of 40. And he gets 1 move. Is there somewhere else he could go? Oh. Put him up on the hill. Yikes. I don't know, man. I gotta figure out recce too. Recce's just something I'm gonna have to play with and figure out. So recce already. Okay. Line of sight, vision. Okay, 3 of you watching, appreciate it. So I'm probably gonna go for just a few more minutes. Dinner is almost ready. So Beccas Commands, playing this for Beccas. Get better, Paul. Heal up those surgery, as you call it, machete wound. Okay, so he blundered, so that's a bummer. I've got these guys over here for ambush, but I'm not going to post that for some time. But I got to get my COs up there. And now they're going to go. So I've got a command value of 10. They're just regular command, so I guess I'll just bring them up to the back of this house here. Or I want to kind of sweep them out over here on this side. Mobile deployment, it's going to be a 9. See if they can get on. So where am I going to deploy him? We got 4 platoons, a mortar, and a machine gun, and a 75 tank. Okay, what do the crop fields do? They slow down. So basically they get to the edge and stop. This is an orchard here. These are woods. So I'll call that low area, and this is high area. Oh, low area doesn't do anything. That's linear terrain, so low area doesn't do anything for any of these people, terrain movement wise. But the linear does stop them. So if I just want to move them this way, of course I only get 10. There's some powerful guns over there that maybe I divide the up what's happening there. This whole flank thing kind of was a waste because I just got pushed back. That was hilarious. Okay, Reki has the chance to move lots in initiative phase. Well, I think I might be misunderstanding initiative, Eric, in version 4. It looks like you don't move, you move in the command phase, but you roll for how many moves you get. Now, unfortunately, I only rolled for 1 move. So, if I in fact can move in the initiative phase, then I would have moved up here, and then I could use him to spot for something, like spot for that artillery I've got or something. If so, then I'll do that, and I'll do that this turn. Although I won't be able to command any artillery. Did I bring an FAO in? Did I add that to my list? I really should have. I think I did. I did add one. So let me get an FAO forward artillery observer. Just a second. This is a base that I use, so an FAO is a command unit as well, so he'll move on later. Okay. All right. I appreciate you guys, everybody watching. All right, so we're trying to. So I'm stalling out here. So they're going to come in here, mobile deployment. I have to roll a 9 or better because the slowest troops are only 10, and I got an 8, so they're good. All right, so now, was that my command roll, or was that just if they get to go? I think that's just mobile deployment. Oh, that was my command roll. Okay. Okay. So that was my first command roll. So now I'm at a 9, and they succeeded. So now everyone just makes a normal movement on. These are just platoons. There's some machine guns in here, but that's pretty much that. So I'm going to bring them on here. I'll scrunch myself up here. All right, my tank is going to move 20. Don't get too far ahead of my boys. That guy, I need to bring him in a minute. So remember him. I'm not going to flank that. Okay, so now let's roll 8, 9 for command. If you're moving into dense terrain, then you take a penalty. 6, so we're good. CV goes down to 8. So, sure, I'm going to allow whoever to go up here and blook, blook, blook. So normally you stop at a linear terrain, but I'm like, come on, you're like less than a centimeter away, so. And this guy moves 20. You gotta be careful of that pack 40 and stuff, but I think their range was 80. I don't know if you can do this in the game or not, so we're good up to there, and that's the hill. So I don't know. I'm saying they can't see over a hill. And then you could say, like, if you're playing on an 8-foot table, they could see, you know, from it, but maybe you could say, so you can see once you're the same distance you are away, so you could see back here, but like the shadow, I don't know. So they all moved up, and he's going to move 20 to here. And let's roll again. Get an 8 or less. 5. So, I mean, again, take that chance with a blunder, but these guys will have to stop for sure. These guys get to go, so bam. Well, let's move the tank up. Now, it's a penalty of minus, so they're over 20. It's 20 to 40. How far away was he? It should be 40. And he's over 40, so it's now a minus 2. So now I have to roll a 5 or less. Do I do it? Yeah, 5 or less. 7. So let me make sure that I want to make sure I do that right. So yeah, because this, my forward observer will not roll on until Hey Chris, what's up? Walk About Games. Go check out his channel. Okay, so let's look at what Rec. Well, anyway, welcome Chris. It's a Beccas Commands game, as you know. Eric, I like the Rec rules. I gotta figure them out. I may need to talk. I may need to do the same thing I do with Battle Group and get a couple people on here and talk through the rules a little bit with somebody. Oh, sounds like dinner's here. All right, so let me redo this and then I'm going to pause out. I'm going to try to come back later. So watch Blitzkrieg Commander fan group, Rocky's War Room, maybe tabletop, and I'll try to come back later tonight. I ran a game and Reki always moved first, says Eric. Players would move their commands in slow to wait and see what Reki would spot. Fully hidden enemy. Oh yeah, okay, I want to have fully hidden. Okay, well. But the Reki can't. Oh, what am I saying here? The Reki can't really spot until, like, I mean, they can't move that turn, right? Or do they do that in the command phase? Oh, they only. So the rules show that they can only move during the command phase. They can't really do anything. So I got to figure that stuff out. So like in this case, they would come in on initiative and not really be able to do anything, and now they can start looking. All right, so that's the end of my turn. I've done everything. So now the command moves up to 40. I think command observes all movement rules as well. So he'll move, actually, he'll move here. So they're going to take a command penalty right away. This guy gets to move 60. So he's going to move here so that the furthest unit is not 20 away. Reki's kind of a command, but they don't move in the command phase, I don't believe. Forward artillery observer moves 40. No, I might as well move him up on the top of the hill too. All right, dinner's here, everybody. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Eric, thanks a lot. And probably you want to come on and help me out. Maybe, Eric, would you be interested in talking through the rules sometime? Maybe doing some live kind of examples of play and stuff we could try out. So just message me after this. I'm going to shut down. So thanks, everybody, for watching. It's been on 54 minutes. I hope I can jump on later today. We're going to have pizza for dinner, and then we're going to play a little Pandemic. How appropriate. Okay, we'll talk to y'all later. Have a great, stay safe, keep your distance, and you know all this stuff. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.